Hey, my name is Tracy Best, and this is my technology lesson demonstration assignment for Education 630. Earlier this week, actually the week before last, we finished the book Night in my English 9 class that I collaborate with, and my head teacher actually asked me if I had time to put together a review before the test. So this past week on Thursday, we went through the full review in a Kahoot with them. And this is the Kahoot that I created. So if you've not used Kahoot before, it allows you to go in and add different kinds of questions. I used mostly quiz questions, but some true and false. The quiz questions are presented in a multiple choice format. So let's play this and see. So you have a choice. I'm actually doing a free trial of Kahoot Premium. So you have the option of doing a large group, you click the teach button for that, or you can assign this and embed it in your learning management program, and the students can access it individually that way. So I'm going to choose Classic here because all of our students were doing this remotely, so they were accessing it on their own devices. It loads a pin, and then when I share my screen virtually, the students then go to kahoot.it and put in the pin, and it takes them to our game. Okay, this is the point at which that you would be waiting for all of your students to be entering the game pin on their own devices and logging in. For today's purposes, I just have one player. So I would read the question to the students and then wait for the responses. The bunks in which the prisoners lived in the concentration camps. And then they have like 20 seconds to answer, or I think it goes straight to it as soon as all of the students have answered. So barracks would be the answer. And if there are people who have answered the wrong answer, then we might go over what each of these mean. If not, we move on to the next question, and it gives us a leaderboard, a scoreboard, which I'm not demonstrating very well here because I only have one player. But we go on to the next question in a way that is so slight or gradual that it can barely be noticed, and you're waiting for. So if you pick the wrong answer, then this gives me the opportunity to say, no, it wasn't dynamic, it's imperceptibly. And you move through all the questions. This particular Kahoot has 47 questions, I think. And let's end quiz, and I want to show you, we have the leaderboard. We had multiple players, then we would have multiple people showing up on those podiums. Cool. So, then you can start looking at your data. Okay, so this screen is showing the data from one of the Kahoots I ran last week. And so we had 17 players, there were 43 questions. It took about an hour for us to go through all of that. It gives me some data on who didn't finish, who needs help. This is valuable. So that gives you a good idea who you might want to send a link to do a challenge and work on these questions again. It tells us how many correct answers we had. I think the highest score we had for both classes was 30 out of the 43 questions, which isn't that great. So we're going to be doing another Kahoot this week, but what we're going to do is we're going to use this difficult question section, and these, for each class, it breaks down which questions our students had the most problem with. So you can just click create, and it will come up, it will automatically pull all those questions that were the hardest, and you'll see now as I scroll down, we are only going to have to go through 21 questions, so less than half of the total, and we can do a targeted review this week before we have our students take the final test, the actual live test in Canvas.